Hi gang, welcome back to the Unraised Latina Ever. Tonight's topic is a pre-warm-up to Mr. Trump. I was going to talk after his speech to give my input, but I figured, by the time he gets on at 9 o'clock and finished, it's going to be too late, and I'm really excited about tonight. Most of all, I know that a lot of people are probably a little upset over the whole Daca thing. I have to tell you, I worked on the board of Oregonians for Immigration Reform, and we did a lot of research on illegal immigration and these good law-abiding citizens, like for example the two boys that got busted for sex slave trafficking, were Daca kids. Not to say they're all bad, but somebody says, oh, well, that's just a small percentage, but hey, you know what? They got it wrong, because the majority of the criminals coming in here illegally are underage kids. They're brought by their parents, or they're just kids coming from Mexico, or young adults. And so we don't know what their situation was for sure, but all we do know is that many people flooded the gate, and because they're children of immigrants, they're going to play this DACA card, and play on the sympathy of the American people. I guess the problem I'm having is with the vast amount, because I don't have insurance. I don't have health care right now. The rates of my health care skyrocketed and went through the ceiling. And, $900 for a plan, I'm sorry, that's not okay. And so as you get older, the rates go up. But at the same time, the people that are getting the freebies are people that are not even American citizens. So I have a problem as a legal Latina that paid into the tax-paying money, who was born here, having to pay for people that are not even citizens to come in here illegally. So that is a problem. And the fact is that many kids that require IEPs and special services and special education in the public education system are being shorted, because we're teaching both English and Spanish to these DACA kids. So I'm not okay with that either. So with that said, I don't think it's being heartless to mandate and have some sort of conditions. I think that it's not being unreasonable to ask for a fence or border security or any of that stuff. But what I really find appalling is that we would cut the benefits to our soldiers and our troops, the people that would protect our freedoms and protect our rights, to cut their benefits and even cut their income in order to pay for something that is illegal. So I have a real big problem with that. I think that them calling Mr. Trump a racist and a Nazi is completely unacceptable. We didn't call Bill Clinton a rapist, although he was. And we certainly didn't call the Barack Obama any names, and though he deserved them at times, we refrained from all that ugliness. But for some reason, because somebody's not of color that is Anglo, instantly puts them in a group that we want to compare them to a Nazi German soldier that kills people. And I think that is just really corrupt and low, and this is the mindset of our left party. And I think that they're going to be really surprised when people come out in full force in the next couple of years, when he comes up for re-election, to vote him in again. They can wear their little pink hats, they can spout all their liberal hatred, but the truth is what he's doing is working, and what was done wasn't working. And with that said, many legal minorities, especially Hispanics, feel exactly the way I do. We don't really hear from them that much because they're pretty quiet. And I think it's really time for the Boricuas and the other Latino people in this country that were born here to get loud. I think that to call a president because he's white a racist, just because you don't think that he embraces culture enough, is absolutely wrong. He absolutely embraces culture enough to say no to the vast amount of illegal Mexicans coming in and saying, hey, this is not fair to the other people that want to come into our country. And with that said, what is racist is when you make an exception for one group of people based upon the color of their skin and grant them special privileges at the expense of others. And so I'm excited about tonight. For the first time, I'm watching the State of the Union speech. For the last 8 years, I couldn't even bring myself to turn on the TV or even look at the highlights. I just, kind of tuned out completely because I knew I was going to get upset. So tonight, I anticipate a very positive speech and anticipate some great things happening for us. So with that said, I'm excited. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and we'll talk later. Adios.